everyone. It's exciting. We've got our same faces right back in front of us, but we said that yesterday. We said we want to see you back, and you did it. So we're really excited. So thank you from Rebecca Farm from Adequan on behalf of the FEI North American Youth Championships. We are thrilled to see you guys. It was a great morning of cross country, a super morning. Started right off. Alex, I'm going to have you talk first. We were all glued to the TV in here so we could watch you go. He was so happy, that mango, going around. Tell us a little bit about your ride.
He was just perfect again. He sometimes likes to put his head down and just kind of cruise, but he was really up and easy to like half vault him and stuff. I think he had a lot of fun on the course. I think he thought it was challenging enough to ride it, but it was really liked all the questions.
Was there anything particular that stood out for you? Was there anything that you thought Mango might look at, or that you had to ride a little bit more than you thought?
I thought the Normandy bank, because this morning the shadows were a bit in front of it, and sometimes he'll try to jump the shadows. So I was a bit nervous about him leaving us stride out. But by the time I got there, the shadow was in the ditch, so he jumped it great. He slipped around the turn to the corner, but he was super honest to it and just kept going.
It was exciting to watch. His ears were pricked all the way around. All right, so you're back in first. So Alex is on a 30.8. In second, Taylor Stewart with Taz, Ideal Contini, on a 31.2. In third, Alexa and the marvelous Cambalda, 32.6. A lot of excitement in the box afterwards with everyone running over to take his picture. Ryan's moved up. You've moved up to fourth, actually. Yay, you want to clear around? Good. And Olivia, the save of the day. We have replayed it 10 times. That is, we're going to have you talk about it. That was the save of the day. I'm just going to tease you guys. All right, so Taylor, you were talking to him. I was standing here, and you were talking to him all the way. Tell us about your ride.
I had a pretty good go. I kind of have to be careful to really read him cross country because he's not one of those horses that'll always be the same horse every day. I kind of have to go out and read how he reacts to things, and he was a bit backed off in the beginning, and I think in a weird way he was backed off, but he was also being a little strong. The last big event I did was a 3-star, so going out there I didn't know how he was gonna ride, how the 2-star was gonna ride with him, but he was really honest with me, which I was really happy with him about, because he can sometimes, he can be cheeky sometimes, but he went out and he was really just game, and when I was really good today about when he asked the question to answer it real quick, because if I don't always answer it, he's quick to make his own decision. But yeah, I was really happy with him, and I just went out and fought for it. So I was really happy.
Awesome. Lots of excitement coming in on Mr. Payne. So it was a little, you had our hearts were in our throat this one. I'm just saying.
On purpose for nice.
There was a collective in the box.
Yeah, I kind of was worried because he's really, really herd bound. I think anybody who knows him knows that. And you were kind of turning left, and the warm-up was to the left, and he just kind of went to pop his shoulder, and at the distance I thought I saw was like gone, and I was like, oh my god, I'm on like the worst test ride ever. And he just totally he'll hit a tune at the first fence, but after that he was like, I'm gonna pay attention to you now. So he was like so careful then the rest of the course, and he felt the best he's ever felt for me. He's not the best at always looking to jump in between the flags. He jumps what you point him at, and which obviously he's jumped outside the flags or corners a few times, but he was really fighting for me, and it was the best feeling, and he was so game. He was running at the end. I was actually pulling, which I don't think I've really had to do much on him, or Jenny's had to do much on him. So it was such a cool feeling, and I'm so proud of him. He tried so hard. So.
It was great to see.
Yeah, he was awesome.
So how about that Flynn star? I mean, he looked like he was in charge all the way around. I don't know. You were quite happy up there, but he was in charge.
Yeah, he pretty much is always in charge. I was kind of trying to influence it a little bit, but I really tested out how honest he was, especially the third fence. That was, I don't know if you saw that. That was interesting. But no, he was super good. Once I got my rhythm going, I think after 9, I finally got myself together. But he was so good. He was really hard, hitting heavy on my right rein, which he's done once before a while ago. And then I realized when I finished I had no left front shoe and no studs in my right front, so that would probably be why. So he was super good to go around with that issue. But he's so game, like, just point him at it, and he knows. It was a bit hard for me in 2 of the combinations we were supposed to bend, because as soon as he sees, like, I line him up, he just wants to go as direct as he can. So I ideally wanted to bend 2 of them a bit more than he did, but it was good. He worked it out.
And you were quick too. You were the 3rd out, and you were at like 6:18 or something. I don't know how the rest of the times all worked out.
We were the same
You guys
time.
were the both. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. So whatever you walked, you saw, or the horses saw. Somebody saw.
Yeah. It's pretty speedy.
So all these horses come in and they're just real laid back. And here's Mr. Medicott in the start. Oh yeah. So Olivia, just walk us through your ride. Tell us all about
Yeah, so it didn't go quite as good as I hoped it to. He was very excited. We haven't run in a while, and I kind of felt like I was riding a rocket. So we were a little, yeah. But once we got to the second water, he kind of hung a leg, and I went forward, and I luckily
You
stayed
stuck
on.
it, girl. There was nothing about you that was coming off. We were like, I mean, I'm not kidding. We watched it 10 times. You were hanging off the side of the
Like, I saw the water and I was like,
Yeah.
nope, not today.
Not going down, not going down. So I just did a circle, and he doesn't know he had to run out, so I was pretty happy with him.
Well, he was looking.
Yeah.
What are you doing? We're
Yeah.
supposed to jump over here.
He's like, why aren't you on? Why aren't you, like, riding me? But, yeah, so, you know, I'm very happy with him still, and I love him so much, and he saved me, so.
Well, I think he loves you too, definitely. All right. So it's interesting. You all, this is a course that you all don't get to see. You all obviously come west, but it's not a course that's available for people to see. So how does that change your thinking when you go out really on something strange you don't know? Alexa, this is something you haven't. I mean, you've been here a year ago.
Yeah. I think it is a lot different than the East Coast, especially with the decorations. We don't see a lot of dinosaurs out there. So I think just, especially for Elmo, he's such a spooky horse that he gets backed off. I think it was a really good course for him to see something that he doesn't normally see. It's like even the tables out there, there's mountains or there's a big stone block under them. So I think just the different horses, it really changes our perspective on how we need to ride them. So I think it's a great learning opportunity, and hopefully we can take it back and apply it to the East Coast.
Anybody else? Any thoughts about? Does it sharpen you up? Does it make you change the way that you think or walk?
Probably like the biggest difference I noticed, like here is like at home I feel like we have a lot of really big brush that makes all the jumps like pretty big, and here everything's pretty solid, so it's like you want to ride accurate, and like everything, the tables to like the wading distances, like a lot of times at home like you have a couple feet of brush that like saves you a little bit, but here like you don't want to kind of get testy anywhere because there's not a ton of brush on the jump, so you kind of want a careful horse. You don't want to be hanging legs or anything like that, so I thought it was good.
Questions, you guys?
What are your, how are you going to prepare for tomorrow?
Jump as few jumps as possible, so he's as fresh as possible, probably.
For me personally, I do a lot to try to get him as careful as possible. So my warm-up is usually, testing the water, seeing how careful he's going to be that day and what kind of distances I'm going to have to find in the ring. And, just I have to go in and ride very smart with him because he's not the most careful horse, but he's quite scopy. So it's just being really thoughtful about my show jumping is how I plan to go clean.
Well, I can tell you that Alex sits on a 30.8, Taylor, you're on a 31.2, Alexa on a 32.6, Ryan on a 35.4, so literally just a couple of points separating everybody, or less than that. And the teams too, 99.2 for area 2, and just 10 points, 109.6 for your team, Alex, the 1, 4, and 8. So it's very, very close to us. There's a lot of them around, right? No pressure. More questions, you guys? I do think Ping I don't know if you guys saw it, Ping just like, I'm done. And
He
he just
took
like
his
roll.
roll. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And he got
One's
everything.
fun. She just rolls. He loves rolling in the vet box. It's his like favorite activity. Jenny was like watching from the sidelines. She's like, "That's my horse." Just like, and she has a video of it. I was like circling with him. He has to find the right place. I'm like running around this like vet box with him and dragging me. It was cute. He's a ham.
You guys, it is a treat to have you all here giving us your perspective with these horses that we've had the opportunity to see in a lot of different places. But it is so genuine of you to share your perspective of these horses and what you see, how you see through their ears. It really is a treat. So we thank you. We hope we see you maybe in the same configuration or not tomorrow. Look at Alex, she's like, I'll be right there. All right, we're really thrilled. We're going to do some photos.